ask you a question. When was the last time you did something for yourself without feeling guilty about it? And no, I'm not talking about buying groceries for the house. I'm not talking about your children's shopping. I'm not talking about you running errands. I mean something that was genuinely for you. Something that made you happy. Something that refreshed you. Something that reminded you that you are an important person too. For some women, the answer comes quickly. For others, they genuinely cannot remember. And that is exactly why I wanted us to have this conversation today. Hello ladies, welcome in. Thanks for being here. My name is Coach Glory, and if you are joining me for the first time, you are welcome. This is a safe space for women who are committed to healing emotionally, aligning with God's purpose, and building lives that are both fulfilling and financially secure. And before we dive in, I want to personally invite you to our upcoming July workshop, The Thriving Woman. We're going to be looking at how to build the career of your dreams after marriage and motherhood. If you have ever wondered whether it is possible to pursue your dreams, grow your career, and build something meaningful, and still be present for your family, then this workshop is for you. We will be hosting it inside the Women of Worth Facebook group. The registration link is in the description below, and if you are watching from social media, simply click the link in my bio. Now, let's talk. Because I believe many women have stopped taking care of themselves and they don't even realize it. Self-care isn't what social media told you. When people hear self-care, they instantly think of spa days, massages, vacations, shopping, a weekend escape. And while there's absolutely nothing wrong with those things, self-care goes far deeper than that. Because I know women who come from holiday just as exhausted as when they left. I know women who buy new clothes yet still feel empty. I know women who smile for photos but cry themselves to sleep. So clearly, self-care is more than what we hear on social media. Real self-care starts with paying attention to yourself again. It starts with believing that your needs matter too. Most women don't wake up one morning and decide to neglect themselves. It happens slowly. You get married, children come, responsibilities multiply, and people begin depending on you, right? Your calendar fills up, your to-do list never ends. And because you care so deeply, you naturally put everyone else's needs before your own. You remember your children's appointments, you remember birthdays, you remember school events, you remember everyone's favorite meals, you remember everyone's worries. But somewhere along the way, you stop checking in with yourself. Before you know it, you've become the woman who remembers everyone except herself. What self-neglect really looks like. Sometimes self-neglect is obvious. More often, it's quiet. It looks like being exhausted but refusing to rest because there's always one more thing to do. Just one more. It looks like not reading a book, learning a new skill, or investing in yourself for years. It looks like constantly postponing the things that matter most to you. You tell yourself, when the children are older, when life settles down a bit, when I have more money, when things get easier. But somehow those days never seem to come. Or perhaps you've been in survival mode for so long that you've stopped asking yourself a simple question: what would actually make me happy? That isn't self-care, it's self-abandonment. Let me share a story many women will understand. I once spoke to a woman who spent years taking care of everyone around her. Wonderful wife, wonderful mother, a wonderful friend. Everyone could call on her. Everyone depended on her. Then one day, her youngest child left for university, and for the first time in years, she had time. The problem was she didn't know what to do with it. Not because she wasn't intelligent, not because she lacked ability, but because she had spent so many years pouring into everyone else that she no longer knew herself. Imagine that. Years of service, years of sacrifice, years of giving, yet she couldn't answer a simple question: what do you really enjoy doing? That conversation stayed with me because many women are closer to that reality than they realize. God never asked you to disappear. One thing I need every woman listening to understand is this: God never asked you to disappear. Yes, He calls you to serve. Yes, He calls us to love. Yes, He calls us to nurture. But nowhere does He talk to us about abandoning ourselves. In fact, it becomes difficult to pour into others when your own cup is completely empty. How do you encourage people when you are emotionally exhausted? How do you build something meaningful when you are constantly running on empty? How do you pursue purpose when you've stopped paying attention to your own life? And this is one of the reasons I am so passionate about our upcoming workshop, The Thriving Woman: How to Build the Career of Your Dreams After Marriage and Motherhood. Because many women don't need more motivation, they need permission. Permission to dream again, permission to learn again, permission to grow again, permission to believe that life did not end after marriage and motherhood. And that is exactly what we'll be talking about together. If you are listening today, I want you to reflect on these questions. What have I stopped doing that once brought me joy? What have I been postponing for years? If fear, guilt, and people's opinion didn't exist, what would I pursue? Sit with these questions because the answers may reveal more than you think. Self-care is all about your future. Many women think self-care is about the present only. It's not. Self-care is also about your future. Learning a new skill is self-care. Improving your finances is self-care. Building a business is self-care. Investing in personal growth is self-care. Planning for the next chapter of your life is self-care because you are taking responsibility for the woman you are becoming. So let me leave you with these thoughts. The woman who takes care of everyone deserves care too. The woman who encourages everyone deserves encouragement too. The woman who believes in everyone deserves to believe in herself too. You matter. Your well-being matters. Your dreams matter. And your future matters. If today's conversation spoke to you, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Tell me, what is one thing you've neglected about yourself that you want to start paying attention to again? And don't forget to join us for our July workshop, The Thriving Woman: How to Build the Career of Your Dreams After Marriage and Motherhood. The link is in the description below and in my bio. I cannot wait to meet you there. Until next time, take care of yourself because the woman God created you to be is worth investing in. Have an amazing week ahead. God bless. Coach Glory.